The first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah are some of the most sacred and blessed days in the entire Islamic calendar. Allah has given these days a special status, making every good deed performed during them carry multiplied rewards. Yet many of us miss out on maximizing this incredible opportunity because we don't fully understand how to make the most of these precious moments. Whether you're preparing for Hajj, planning your Eid celebrations, or simply looking to increase your spiritual connection, these 10 days hold the key to unlocking immense blessings and mercy from Allah. In this video, we'll explore practical and powerful actions you can take during these days to elevate your worship, cleanse your heart, and draw closer to your Creator. Get ready to transform your spiritual journey with simple yet impactful steps during the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah. Increase in Dhikr, remembrance of Allah. One of the most powerful acts you can engage in during the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah is Dhikr, the remembrance of Allah. These are days when every utterance glorifying Allah carries immense weight. Unlike many other forms of worship that require time or physical effort, Dhikr can be done anytime and anywhere, making it accessible for everyone. During these blessed days, make a habit of keeping your tongue moist with the remembrance of Allah. Say Subhanallah, glory be to Allah. Alhamdulillah, all praise is due to Allah. La ilaha illallah, there is no God but Allah. And Allahu Akbar, Allah is the greatest, as often as possible. These phrases are light on the tongue, but heavy on the scale of good deeds. Also, revive the forgotten sunnah of Takbeer Tashriq, which begins from the dawn of the 9th of Dhul Hijjah until the 13th, after every obligatory prayer, proclaiming Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahil hamd. Not only increases your remembrance of Allah, but connects you to the tradition of Prophet Ibrahim, alayhi salam, and the legacy of Hajj. Let dhikr fill your heart and soul during these sacred days. 2. Fasting. Fasting during the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah is a highly recommended act of worship, especially for those who are not performing Hajj. It is a means of purifying the soul, gaining closeness to Allah, and increasing in taqwa, God consciousness. Each fast is an opportunity to earn immense reward and forgiveness, particularly in these sacred days that Allah Himself has honored in the Quran. While fasting any of the first 9 days is virtuous, the 9th day, known as the day of Arafah, holds exceptional significance. The Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, "Fasting on the day of Arafah expiates the sins of the previous year and the coming year." Muslim. That's 2 years of sins forgiven for just 1 day of fasting, an extraordinary gift from Allah. Fasting in these days also trains the believer in self-discipline, patience, and gratitude. It provides a chance to detach from worldly distractions and realign our focus toward the hereafter. Even if you're unable to fast all 9 days, try to fast as many as you can, especially the day of Arafah. The spiritual atmosphere during this time is unmatched, and the rewards are multiplied beyond our imagination. 3. Extra prayers, Nawafil and Tahajjud. In the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah, one of the most beloved ways to draw closer to Allah is through extra voluntary prayers, known as Nawafil. These prayers are not obligatory, but they carry immense reward and reflect the love and dedication a believer has for their Lord. The Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said that Allah becomes especially close to His servant when they perform voluntary acts of worship after completing the obligatory ones. One of the most spiritually uplifting Nawafil prayers is Tahajjud, the night prayer. Waking up in the last third of the night to pray in solitude and speak directly to Allah is a deeply intimate act. During these blessed nights, every sujood, every dua, and every tear can become a means of transformation. It is also a time when Allah descends to the lowest heaven and says, "Is there anyone asking, so I may give to him?" Bukhari and Muslim. Even praying 2 extra rak'ahs in the day or night with sincerity can bring barakah into your life. These 10 days are a divine opportunity to build a habit of extra prayer, something that can continue to bless your life long after Dhul Hijjah ends. Charity, Sadaqah. Giving charity, Sadaqah, during the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah is one of the most impactful and beloved actions you can perform. These days are not only sacred, but also a time when the reward for good deeds is multiplied many times over. Giving during this period shows gratitude for the blessings you have, and a sincere desire to help those in need, seeking the pleasure of Allah alone. Sadaqah doesn't always have to be a large amount. Even small, consistent donations are powerful when done with sincerity. Whether it's feeding the hungry, supporting an orphan, contributing to a masjid, or helping someone pay their bills, every act of giving is recorded and rewarded. The Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, "Charity does not decrease wealth." Muslim, reminding us that giving only brings more barakah into our lives. You can also give non-monetary charity, offering a smile, helping a neighbor, or speaking kind words. These too are counted as sadaqah in Islam. Use these 10 days to soften your heart, detach from materialism, and give generously. Remember, your charity may be the answer to someone's dua, and a reason for your own blessings to multiply in this life and the next. 5. Sincere du'as, supplications. The first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah are among the best times to make sincere du'as, supplications, to Allah. These are not ordinary days. They are filled with divine mercy, acceptance, and spiritual elevation. When a believer turns to Allah with a humble heart, pouring out their needs, fears, and hopes, it becomes a deeply personal act of devotion that strengthens their bond with the Creator. Use this time to make du'as not only for yourself, but also for your family, the ummah, and those suffering around the world. Whether you're asking for guidance, forgiveness, health, or sustenance, know that Allah listens and responds, especially during sacred periods like this. Choose moments of calm and seclusion. Raise your hands and speak from your heart in whatever language you feel closest to. Make it a habit to reflect before you ask. Connect your dua to your daily efforts and goals. Keep a dua journal if possible to stay consistent and mindful of what you're asking for. And always end your supplication by praising Allah and sending peace and blessings upon the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. These small etiquettes make your dua more beautiful and more likely to be accepted. Qurbani, sacrifice. One of the most important acts during the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah, especially on the 10th, the day of Eid, is Qurbani, the ritual sacrifice of an animal. This act honors the legacy of Prophet Ibrahim, alayhi salam, who was willing to sacrifice his son in obedience to Allah's command. Allah replaced his son with a ram, establishing a powerful lesson in submission, trust, and devotion. Performing Qurbani is a sunnah mu'akkada, highly recommended for those who can afford it. The sacrificed animal, typically a sheep, goat, cow, or camel, is divided into 3 parts, one for yourself, one for family or friends, and one for the poor and needy. This division emphasizes compassion, community, and social justice in Islam. Preparing for Qurbani involves more than just purchasing the animal. It's a spiritual act that requires intention, sincerity, and awareness of its deeper meaning. It's a reminder to sacrifice our ego, bad habits, and worldly attachments for the sake of Allah. For those unable to perform Qurbani personally, many trusted organizations offer services to carry it out on your behalf. Regardless of the method, don't miss this opportunity to fulfill a meaningful act of worship that brings immense reward and reflects true submission to Allah. 7. Avoid sin and stay spiritually aware. While increasing good deeds during the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah is essential, it is equally important to be mindful of avoiding sins and protecting your spiritual state. These sacred days are an opportunity to cleanse the heart, not just by adding acts of worship, but by staying away from anything that displeases Allah. Sins committed during these days can weigh heavier due to the sanctity of the time. Be especially cautious with your tongue. Avoid gossip, backbiting, lying, or arguing unnecessarily. Guard your eyes and ears from inappropriate content. Every choice you make in these days should reflect a heart that seeks closeness to Allah. Staying spiritually aware also means being conscious of your thoughts, intentions, and the company you keep. Take this time to reflect on your character and ask yourself, what habits are pulling me away from Allah? What can I let go of that's been weakening my iman? Strive to replace sinful behavior with acts that nourish your soul. These 10 days are not just about rituals, they are about transformation. Avoiding sin while increasing your awareness of Allah's presence allows your heart to become a vessel for His mercy, guidance, and light, both during Dhul Hijjah and long after it ends. Thank you for watching. The first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah are a precious chance to renew your faith and earn immense rewards. I hope these tips inspire you to make the most of this blessed time. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Devout Deen for more inspiring Islamic content. Before you go, I invite you to join me in this beautiful prayer. O Allah, accept our deeds and bless us in these sacred days. Please write this dua in the comments below. Let's spread positivity and make dua together.